Welcome to AO8s and Joysticks Podcast. Well, it's not really a podcast, it's a live stream, and we're just doing a little quick test stream, really. We're just going to do a little recap of E3 before we go and watch Square Enix, which, that's it, Square Enix is next?
Square Enix is next, yep.
Yeah,
6pm, British summer time.
Before we watch Square Enix, and then we go live again at 7:30. So we're just doing a test stream because we looked back on some of our live streams and the audio wasn't that great. So we're just trying to figure things out. As we said, as the days are going on, we're trying to figure out to get the best audio quality possible for everyone. So
we had a little bit of an issue with certain software not loading correctly and the pass-through not working. Hence, some of the microphones are working, some of them aren't.
Yeah.
We're doing this another way now, so there might be a little bit more background noise, but we figured that the audio quality would be better that way. And hearing our opinions is better than like blocking out some of the background noise.
Yeah, and there's not much background noise anyway, seeing as like we're pretty contained in a room, so we should be fine. Background noise is whatever. It's a part of, you know, as I said, we do everything ourselves. We're not in a studio or anything, so it's just something that we just have to deal with for now. Apart from that, I hope everyone's having had a good weekend. Hope they had a good E3 weekend, I guess. I don't know. And we're just gonna go over some of our favorite games. We haven't like written down the list or anything.
we don't. We're just gonna literally talk about
what we liked,
what we liked from Bethesda, E3, and EA. So sort of like a 20-minute short show. What we enjoyed. What we're looking forward to from the next 4 conferences as well. 4 main conferences. There is Devola Digital and the PC Gaming Show. Likelihood is we're not going to cover Devola Digital, as that means we've got to be up till like 7 a.m. And that's a long time.
Yeah, it's very
especially
long.
Today. We've already got 3 shows planned. So I think we'd stick with that. But yeah, straight starting off. What is like your sort of top 3 games then so far that have been announced? Like stuff that we already knew about or stuff that's brand new?
So far, I think the top 3 games is I think I just said them yesterday as well. Very excited to see that there's a new Doom on the way. Doom Eternal, because Doom is one of my favorite games. I wouldn't say not last year, but the year it came out, 2016. I really enjoyed Doom, so I'm very excited to see that at QuakeCon. I'm not going to put Elder Scrolls in there because we haven't seen anything from it, so I can't say it's my favourite game so far. But I like the Elder Scrolls series, so I'm happy to see that 6 is being worked on for the next generation. Let me take a real think. Bethesda, they were Rage. I couldn't say Bethesda. Xbox did do a couple good world premieres. I think so far, Doom Eternal, Devil May Cry, and Jump Force. Those are my 3 games that I'm really excited to see. Jump Force just purely because of it's an anime crossover game, and I played one like that back on the PlayStation 2 and GameCube. I don't know if anyone ever played a game called Battle Stadium Dawn. It never went to Europe, only America and Japan. I played the Japanese GameCube version and the PlayStation 2 American version. It was crazy. Good memories of that game, and it just looks like it's going to be that, but expanded in like a 3D like open world space, just like the old Dragon Ball games. You can fight. It was called what was it called? You remember that Dragon Ball game? It was like 8v8. Like it's like real open world. I can't remember anyway. There was a Dragon Ball game before Dragon Ball Fighter Z. That was Xenoverse.
Was it? Yeah.
Xenoverse. It looks like a Xenoverse type game, which means it should be pretty good. Devil May Cry 5, just purely because Devil May Cry is one of my favorite series ever. I remember getting Devil May Cry 1 on PlayStation 2 for Christmas. I shouldn't have got that game. I was really young. It's an 18, but it was one of my favorite games I ever played. It was amazing. I had every sequel after that, and I really enjoyed that game. And then Doom, just purely because the first Doom was a great reboot. They really took it to the modern stage. They had old fans and new fans come, and I think that's just a great way how to make an old game up to date without butchering it. To say there was no bullshit loot boxes or anything in it. It was just a pure fun. So no like DLC or anything. The online was cool, and I really enjoyed it. That's about it. What's your top 3 so far, Tom?
Top 3 so far. It is sort of hard, isn't it? Because there's a lot of games that have been announced. See, Anthem is growing on me a little bit more, but I'm still not sure exactly how it is going to work.
That's interesting. How come it's growing on you more?
You're seeing a little bit more of the stuff. I think if you had the right environment and stuff and the right people playing it with you, it could be interesting. It just depends how the whole single-player, multiplayer thing works, because we're not sure. Fallout 76... Again, like, now we've found out a little bit more details. There's rumours going around that it's like a few dozen people that you play with in your certain world. It does sound interesting, but I feel like it could be a thing like GTA 5 where you end up with like someone literally just going around killing everyone, not caring about anything. It will sort of ruin the environment for you. Although, to be fair, like, if it's a game like that, you sort of expect that anyway, because if you're surviving in the world after post-apocalypse, you're probably going to have someone going around doing that.
Yeah, I agree. I think Fallout 76 would have been there because I like the concept, but it's just the fact that it just really looks like Fallout again. I think that's what also kind of like turned me off Elder Scrolls Online, because it was still Elder Scrolls, but it expanded upon the same stuff from Skyrim, kind of.
Yeah,
there wasn't anything really new in it. Like, it was just a multiplayer, like massive multiplayer like games, and they're not really my type of thing. But seeing as now it's this whole, there's only going to be a handful of people in your server, and you can also switch servers as well. That's some information that I found out today, that you can go multiple servers. So it sounds interesting. Whether or not it's going to be like that, whether they're going to change it after the beta, because there is a beta coming. We don't know when. You have to pre-order to get the beta. Oh, really? Oh, okay, I didn't know that.
Yeah, well, this is from the market material they've put out. It says pre-order for beta access. So I'm guessing that you have to pre-order for the beta access. It's not like a free open beta.
Interesting.
Which is interesting, considering it's an online game and they're stressing about how much they want to get it right.
I think they should have done an open beta. I really think they should have. I think that's Bethesda. That's one thing about Bethesda, like, they do good games, but at the same time, they know how to get money out of everyone. Like, they've got it down to a T. Like, throughout that whole thing, they did so much promo in order for, like, collector's edition. Like, in the Rage demo, they had this whole little advert for the collector's edition, and then in Fallout, they had a whole advert. Like, you get the helmet. I was like, alright, you don't need to push it into our faces and stuff like that. So it was a bit wild.
Yeah, I think so my top 3, I'd probably go for Kingdom Hearts 3, obviously. I'm a big Kingdom Hearts fan. I've been waiting for that game for ages, and as long as I've been waiting, I'm still like impressed by what I've seen from it now. Like, it looks really good. We've got 20 minutes until we find out a little bit more information, hopefully, from Square. I'm hopeful. I'm not entirely sure like how much we're going to find out, but I am hopeful.
I don't think they've really got much for us to see again now, because really they've shown us a lot of worlds. I know some other worlds are coming back, like we've seen Hercules in the trailer yesterday and stuff like that. So I can't really see I don't really expect any much from them, like, to show us. They might save it for the Square Enix. They do the D23, like, secret party thing, whatever. They usually do that, and they show off some new exclusive gameplay, but that's in Japan. So it gets released in January. What can they really show us now except for another trailer? They don't want to release too much of the story as well, because that's important for Kingdom Hearts. So
yeah, I just feel like a little bit more.
Maybe
there was gameplay in the trailer.
Yeah,
but maybe like a little walkthrough of something, just so you could see it like in action. 2 minutes or so. That'd be like enough. I don't want like a 5-10 minute demo of everything. I don't feel like the game would be overly long anyway. Like I feel like 2 minutes is probably enough to hold people over until like they announce something else.
Yeah, that's true.
Because of how long the game has been as well, it's nice to see a little bit of like live gameplay just to know that the game is in a steady state and working, and that release date can be met. Because they've had release dates before and it's obviously not been met. So to have that, it's quite nice.
They've been delaying this game for quite a while now. We first seen Kingdom Hearts 3 on the E3 stage quite a while ago. I think I want to say like E3 2014 maybe. We've seen it a lot of times now though, and we've heard rumours and rumblings, and obviously they've been preparing for Kingdom Hearts because they released 1.5 and 2.5 and 2.8 on all consoles, and you know, proper in release, so everyone has caught up with the story if you haven't already on current gen consoles. Which, fair enough, I commend Square for doing that, because they didn't need to bring all those games up into the to the current gens. They didn't need to do that. They could have just been like, oh, go out there and find the games again. So I appreciate that, because I feel like sometimes, you know, games that have really long running franchises, they don't put effort into trying to get the franchise back out there again so people can replay it. But Square did make a point of trying to make sure that, you know, the games were widely available so you can play them again, even the ones that were like
I have both the collections, and they have some of the some of the DS games
exclusives. They're not playable, but they're like films.
Some are like playable, but obviously it's like some of the films.
I think is Dreamed Up Distance playable? Should I just look on the back?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure. I've played 1 and 2, and not got round to actually playing the other one yet.
Yeah. By the looks of it, it is. So I'm seeing here, Dreamed Up Distance is in HD. It's remastered. That was a 3DS exclusive for quite a while.
I feel like they remade it, but it's like it's a different way to actually play the game.
Yeah, it's because obviously with the DS that had the touchscreen control, so I think they utilised some of the PlayStation controls more. Like I don't know if did they use the square the touchpad.
Yeah. I'm not sure. I think I did play it for like 5 minutes, but I never actually went back and played it any further.
And then I also see on here that they've got a new chapter in Birth by Sleep. That's totally new. That is.
Yeah, that was new.
And then they've got Kingdom Hearts X back cover is a new HD cinematic revealing the story untold. That was on 2.8.
That sounds 2.8,
like the final chapter prologue before 3. And then on the 2.5 and 1.5 remix, you get all the final mixes of all the games. So that's the definitive editions that came out in Japan. They never came out in England originally.
They are slightly different.
So they're slightly different. They've got secret endings on them. You get Recoded, which was a mobile game.
Yeah.
Birth by Sleep. Rechains of Memory, which is a card-based mobile game as well, which has all been redone now.
That's what I played, Rechains of Memory. It is card-based still, but it's like a little bit different.
Yeah, it's a bit different.
Yeah. But it's, again, like, they're making it accessible for the player to play. Yeah. If you haven't played that game and you want to keep up to date with the story, then, like, they're making that available to play in a console format with the collection.
That's all the Kingdom Hearts games as well.
Yeah.
So you can, and obviously some of them are just cinematics, but I think it's good anyway just to watch them, because you can then still follow the story. And if you want to go out there and play the ones that have cinematics,
if you want to buy a 3DS or whatever,
or
then you
DS
can
or
go
whatever,
out and do that.
Go and do that.
I think like top 3 then. I'm going to narrow it down. I'm going to go for Kingdom Hearts 3, Cyberpunk 2077.
Oh,
because I'm excited for that game, and I'm stuck between 2 games, but I'm very interested to see, depending on how much more we see of stuff, Fallout 76 or Dying Light 2, because that dialogue system and how that works with the survival aspects is sort of really interesting me a little bit more now, the more we've looked into it and spoke about it.
Yeah, we spoke about that yesterday, about Dying Light and how that dialogue system, and I hope it has co-op, because if it's so, then yeah.
If it has co-op,
we should definitely...
I'm excited to play that game. It just seemed like a sort of game that would be
good in co-op.
Really enjoyable to play.
And I just want to see more about that system, but obviously they said did they say 2019? Yeah, port release date for that one. Or?
I think it was 2019, but I don't think there was anything else that was said for that.
The game was in a playable state, though. They did show off some gameplay, so I'm thinking maybe 2019 is a very much like meetable, release date. What are you expecting from the next upcoming conferences?
For Square, I'm hoping, but maybe like a Final Fantasy VII remastered trailer, because why not? Who knows? Like it could come, it could not come.
I think that game is like, it's going to be one of them where we seen a tech demo of that game back in 2007 E3. They showed that as a tech demo to show off the power of the PlayStation 3. And it still hasn't come out. It's about to come out apparently, but it's just changed over development. Again,
there's stuff that's going on behind the scenes with development.
Some internal problems are going on right now with the game.
It's
going to be released episodically as well, which is that spells red flags to me.
Well, Square are good at doing that. So if anyone's going to release a game up episodically, apart from Telltale, like Square are the next big thing to do that, because they did it with the Hitman series. They've done it with Life is Strange. There's been more than one Life is Strange as well, where they've done that. They're doing it again with other stuff. Like, obviously the new Hitman isn't episodic. Hitman 2 that was announced.
Is it not episodic?
It's not episodic.
So it's just a full game this time?
It's just a full game this time. But, like, that's not to say it didn't work last time.
Square anymore. The license got brought for Hitman. Yeah.
I thought Square still.
No. Either that or Eidos don't do it no more. It's somewhat. I swear Hitman's not Square anymore.
Oh, it's IO Interactive, isn't it?
Yeah. The contract ran out and they just didn't renew it for Hitman. So I don't know.
But IO Interactive are owned by Square Enix. There's still. I think it's still published by Square, but not made by Square.
Not developed by Eidos. Okay. That's interesting, because I remember there was a whole thing going on. I don't know. Type Hitman.
It's published by Warner Brothers now.
Okay. No longer published by Square. So that's interesting. That is now a full game rather than a episodic game.
Well, Square did publish the last one that was episodic.
Yeah.
But now Warner Brothers are obviously publishing it, which is different. But I think we'll have to wait and see on that as well. It does look good still. It looks the same game, just full game now.
I heard the last Hitman was good, and
the last Hitman was very
good. All the
good.
episodes were free, weren't they? You didn't have to buy them, I don't think. I think they all got. I think they were free updates. Yeah.
I think it's just a nice way for them to do updates for that sort of game, because it's like basically they by episodes it was like missions, but with a little bit of story behind them.
They're quite slow as well, and you can do those missions a lot of different ways as well. You could do it stealthy, you can do it all guns blazing, you could do it however you want, but I know there's like multiple ways to do one mission, so I think that's why they decided to do it episodically.
Yeah, so you could use the replay value that was there, basically, that they built into the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, going forward from that, I want to see Kingdom Hearts 3 gameplay.
More gameplay.
I want to see Death Stranding gameplay, obviously. We're excited for that.
Yeah, Sony is gonna deliver for us. Oh wait, before we quickly, what are you expecting from Ubisoft? Really, I don't really know what to expect from them now.
I don't know what to expect.
I feel like Assassin's Creed. That's it.
Assassin's Creed, the new one. It's been leaked several times now.
Yeah.
I feel like they're going to have some surprises there. They always seem to have something that is surprising. I'd take another Nintendo game from Ubisoft.
Yeah, they might do another Nintendo reveal because they did do it on their stage last year.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing Ubisoft. I'm looking forward to seeing what Beyond Good and Evil 2
Beyond Good and Evil 2, yeah.
Looks like more. What else does Ubisoft even have in there? Like,
well, there's all the stuff that they've already showed. The Division 2.
I think Splinter Cell is going to get announced.
What I'm hoping for, the fact that they've sort of outsourced these bigger games to other companies to show off. Splinter Cell, Beyond Good and Evil 2 gameplay, and sort of a Nintendo game again. Like whatever they want to do with Rabbids, maybe like a party game, like Rabbids Party with Mario or something. Like I'd take that. But yeah, I'd be happy with something like that from them, and then obviously all the other games as well that they've announced.
Yeah, the thing is about Ubisoft, they've got a lot of.
Hopefully not another Trials.
Oh, fuck. Hopefully, maybe maybe Blood Dragon 2. I don't know. I don't think they would, but the last Far Cry was very popular, and they usually do a Far Cry a year, don't they? So,
not necessarily anymore. No.
Do they not anymore?
No, they've not really done Far Cry a year for a long time. It's like every sort of three years.
No, because they had Primal in the middle of...
Primal wasn't in...
Yeah, but that would make sense though, because now they're gonna have a side game again, not a main serious game. So they had 4,
maybe
Primal, 5, Blood Dragon 2.
There was Blood Dragon Easter eggs in Far Cry 5, but again, like some of the DLC for that does seem as if it's like
Blood
based
Dragon,
around that.
Yeah, the Vietnam one and stuff like that.
We're not sure. Yeah, the Vietnam one's come out now. And then we've got 2 more. We've got the space one, which is set on Mars, and then the zombie one as well. But I think they're going to try and do that through like DLC again, rather than release a game like Primal.
Yeah,
I'm hoping. I wouldn't mind a Blood Dragon 2, but I don't feel like it's in their roster. I feel like they're going to focus on something like Splinter Cell and Beyond Good and Evil.
Yeah, they're focused on Splinter Cell. We may see...
And obviously Assassin's Creed as well.
We may see another Ghost Recon. I don't know.
I'm not sure.
Because Wildlands was a little bit popular. We could see Rayman. Apparently that's been popping up a lot of times now. But I doubt they're going to do Rayman. We're going to see the obligatory Just Dance again, obviously. They always bring another Just Dance out every year. So we're going to see some cringe from that. I don't really know what else from Ubisoft. They've got a lot of franchises, so they could really bring anything back that they wanted to that they haven't worked on for a while, innit? So we'll just have to see from that. And then obviously we got the big one. We just do quickly just go over. Sony only focus on 4 games anyway, apparently.
Well, I think we'll take like Bloodborne 2. I think that.
You think they're gonna? That's not gonna be a surprise.
I think because of. I'm not sure. I feel like it would be a surprise. I feel like From Software leaked that the thing at the VGAs for the intention for that other game, but like to build hype up around this. If not this year, I do expect it to be next year.
Yeah.
Or they might mention it, but not show anything. Just be like, come in like in 2 years' time is Bloodborne 2.
I'm hearing that the Sony conference is going to be like a Nintendo Direct. I don't think it's going to be much. I don't know how true this is, but I was reading some things. Apparently, it's not going to be like it's not going to have an audience. It's not going to be live. It's just going to be like filmed almost. I don't know how true this is, but I heard that it's not going to have a live audience. Is this like the new wave? Like, is everyone going to follow Nintendo now and like just do directs rather than have a live audience?
Well, Xbox didn't yesterday, did they? But
I think Bethesda would.
See.
I think Bethesda would do better with one of those instead of the live audience. Yeah, because yesterday that crowd just dire. Like, he just wasn't really interested in their antics on the stage.
Yeah, they tried to make it funny and it wasn't. Funny.
Death Stranding. That's gonna be the game of life. That's all. I'm so excited.
Game of life.
Game of life, Tom. Metal Gear was the game of life, but Death Stranding is going to be Kojima's magnum opus. I'm hearing Horizon Zero Dawn's going to get announced as well. I don't know.
What, the second one?
Yeah. I don't know how true that could possibly be. I heard they might even jump. I heard they're going to jump out and potentially announce God of War 2 again already, because they're so happy with the franchise. I don't think that's true.
I feel like they could save it.
They could probably save that to PSX or something, like another time or next year or something. Maybe some DLC. I don't know.
DLC would be stuff that we forgot about. Obviously, they got to focus a lot on PlayStation VR as well.
Yeah. And we possibly could be seeing a new console or handheld, because PlayStation haven't given up.
I think a mention of a console is definitely going to be there, especially after Xbox come out and said it. I feel like they're going to say, we are working on something.
The only reason why I feel like they have something really major to say is because they said they focus on 4 games. So I feel like, well, if you only got 4 games, you can't possibly focus on that for nearly 2 hours. They've got to have something else.
Well, they said that they're mainly focusing on 4 games, didn't they? I think there's other stuff that they've got, but I also think, like, to try and back off from competitors and stuff, they have to say, like, we're only showing 4 games.
Yeah.
If Xbox have got 50 and they knew that, they can't be like, we've got 20.
Yeah.
Because it looks bad for them. So by saying we're going to stick to just 4 games and do this, they can throw in a few surprises and still sort of come out on top in a way, because of the fact that these are surprises and first-party exclusives, maybe, which is normally what happens with Sony.
The way how Sony's got to kill it, though, this year is... we're going to wrap this off, but the way how Sony needs to kill it this year, they need to release all their games this year, because Xbox have got nothing releasing this year. That's the only way that they can win E3, if in any opinion. But anyway, we're wrapping this up because Square Enix is just about to start, guys. Thanks for listening as always. I hope the audio is better. Tom, you got signing out, please.
Yeah, that's cool. Kingdom Hearts 3. Let's go.